Hey everyone, Dr. Mike here again. I want to ask you a question real quick, and it's the one I go over in my mind a bunch, and it's just this. What's the cost of saying no? And you say, well, what are you talking about? Well, what's the cost of saying no to regular workouts 5 or 6 times a week? What's the cost of saying no to eating like we know we should and maintaining a healthy body weight? What's the cost of saying no to a meditation time or a prayer time or reading? What's the cost of saying no? We've talked about this, not taking care of your spine and your structure. We know that neurologically, we've seen this before, it shuts off so many things in the prefrontal lobe, like your movement control and your balance and your pain processing and your inflammation. But in general, our country, if you think about the cost of saying no to some of these lifestyle things, we spend $1.5 trillion more than any other country, and we're ranked 68th now in healthiest nations in the world. So there's 67 other places you could live and have better health. So the cost of saying no is actually really huge. Years ago, I had this poster made, and it's got one way you can go, and it's a narrow way, and there's one wide way. And somewhere in a book, it talks about a narrow gate and a wide gate, and the wide gate doesn't lead to very good things, and the narrow gate does. I can't remember where that book was, but anyway, when we look at this has regular adjustments and exercise and prayer and taking care of your immune system and your nutrition, and it leads to a very good place. But again, there was a book, and where I get these stats, it's not my opinion at all, but there was a book, and they even talked about statin drugs for cholesterol. The real numbers are, you have to take those for about 5 years, and if you haven't had previous heart trouble or stroke, you have about a 1% lessening of having those problems, which doesn't seem very crazy. And if you've had a heart attack or stroke, you have about a 3% less chance, but you got to take them for like 5 years to really get those numbers. But they also said there's many side effects to those things. Everything from muscle cramps to liver problems to memory and brain fog to sexual dysfunction. And so it's like, geez, do we really want to put up with that? But they also said in a book, and it's Dr. John Abramson, and he's a medical doctor. He's practiced for a long time, and he's got his advanced degrees in statistics. But he said, if we do the lifestyle things like have a healthy weight, don't smoke, eat the things that we need to, exercise on a regular basis, take care of ourselves, you have an 80% less chance of having heart attacks and strokes. So it's like, what's the cost of saying no to the lifestyle procedures and things that we should be doing? So get a thought of that. I can't put an exact number on your life, but when we don't take care of ourselves, there's a big cost down the road, and I'm one of those annoying guys that's going to remind you of that on a regular basis. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you next time.